I talk about advanced adulting, and it's supposed to be all the shifts and changes and unexpected things that we all encounter in midlife and beyond. And that could be in your 40s or 50s, like me, or older. And, traditionally we thought of it as, things like divorce or losing a parent or starting over and things like that. But, one of the things that's probably not talked about and sure is common is not having your shit together. How about that? And it could be in any aspect of your life. I mean, everybody's different, but I mean, there are moments for personally here, I'm just going to open up on this one. To look at me from the outside, on paper and all that, oh, it looks pretty good. And, I've written books, I've coached, I've done all this, and I have a lot of answers. But I think the thing is this. There are huge areas of my life that are just complete shit shows, okay? And, I've had to come to grips with that. And I think that's the thing is, it happens to everybody, and it may be you. It might be that you just don't have your shit together financially. It might be in your relationships. It might be in your career. It might be in your health. It might be just your other relationships. I mean, it could be anything, and it's defined anything. But I look at, I've had to really have a big come to Jesus meeting with myself in the mirror lately and some people around me, because I'm too old to be doing this shit, and we're, without going into great detail, because we've all got our great details, but it's, man, I think some of it comes from, it's easy to be a victim and pawn it off. Oh, well, this is my childhood trauma. It was this. It was because I, wasn't breastfed or left alone or whatever. Yep. And I think the deal is, man, a lot of it, at least for me, is shame and embarrassment. It's not arrogance or narcissism or any of that easy shit. It's just kind of like wow, sometimes when you fuck it up, especially when people believe that you have it together, man, that's a tough one. That's a tough one to come back from, and sometimes, and is it cowardly? Yeah, unfortunately. But sometimes you just kind of hide in a hole. And again, maybe I'm just talking about me. Maybe this is, okay? But here's the point. I was talking to someone, I'm close to about this, who called me out on it. And I think that's just it, is, man, sometimes when we are embarrassed or know that we fucked up, again, for the 5th time, or whatever it is, or you've done the same things, and we just kind of run away from it, And I think that, again, maybe you're different, but I think the point is this a family member who called me out was like, that's the being authentic, is because you're not alone. You're not, and you hide out thinking, oh, well, it's a shit show, when, especially on social media, okay? I know I'm not making sense on this one, but on social media, everybody's got their fucking act together. Everybody's an awesome influencer. They're this. And there's a lot of things that I have together, and there's a lot that I just don't. And that's hard to come to grips with. And especially, but when you realize that, maybe the service is telling others, hey, you're not it. It's funny, and this is a big part of it. I needed some help, and I talked to some friends of mine and people who, when everybody looks at you and goes, well, you don't have a problem. You don't have problems. Dude, I'm fucking falling apart, man. Okay? Yet you have this, and I haven't crafted that. I haven't put it out there. It's just how some people perceive that. And that's a hard one. So you hide out. And, sometimes, I said, here's the funny thing. I look back on it now. I said this thing about during Thanksgiving. I said, go check on your strong friends. Okay? No shit. That wasn't a coded message, but goddamn if it isn't true. Because that's just it. Because, you know, I think that's the rub on this, is a lot of people looked at me as like, oh, you're strong and you've this and you got it. Yes, in these areas. And in this area over here, it's a whirling dervish of crap. And, you know, there are just moments when you're just kind of freaking out on your own. And you know, I know some people watch this, and it's inevitable. It's social media. Some people can go, oh, you know, you're a pussy or whatever. You know, dude, maybe. But you know what? There's a lot of really strong people I know, strong men and women, who've been to the edge, who actually have the balls to talk about it. I think that's it. I've never really looked up to, especially so many people on social media or you read on the web or anything. I mean, and God, especially in this whole, you know, midlife deal. I mean, there's nothing that some fucker that's worth 8 figures telling me about how tough life is right now is going to relate in any way, shape, or form. Just not, oh, well, I'm talking about finding my purpose while I'm hiking Kilimanjaro with my good friend, the star of blah, 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 blah. No. Anyway, I guess that's the point, is we see, whether it's a neighbor, a person on the web or social media or whatever, and we think, oh man, you know, they have their shit together, or God, I'm so far behind, or, you know, it can't be like, everybody's jacked up. Everybody, in some form or fashion, and if they're not right now, awesome, but they have been, or they might be. And, you know, I think that's just one of the hardest things to come to grips with, is at this age, and we're still, and look, maybe it is me. I don't think so. We're grown up, but we're still growing up. We're still trying to get our shit together in some way, because you know what? There is no roadmap. There is no blueprint. There is no guidebook for how to do it. And sometimes you bring the same mistakes forward. It's not like, oh my God, you just hit 58 years old and I suddenly have my shit together. No, that's a lot of hard-earned wisdom. And sometimes you still have to learn that mistake. You know, I saw a meme the other day, and it was like, I'd like to sign up for the wealthy and healthy package for 2025, not the let's learn that lesson again package. Oh, yeah, that's it. At some point, I don't want to say an epiphany is a weird term for it, but I mean, I guess you just kind of go, enough's enough, you know? It's the, you know, I'm a big tennis player, and there was a guy who, I forget who it was, you know, it was McEnroe or somebody, but he finally beat him, and he goes, nobody beats so-and-so 35 times in a row. Okay. That's it. We got to learn that lesson 35 times. Nope, I'm not going to F it up 36 times. No way. That's my limit. I know. You know, not the most polished video ever, but, you know, across the platforms, you know, people said, oh, you're so relatable. Oh, okay, great. Yeah, but this is the dirty bits. This is the real bits. Okay? You know, sometimes you have the answers, and the answers come from the ugliness and from the scars and the experience and the lessons you've earned. Sometimes it's just innate wisdom. And sometimes you're like, I don't know. I don't know what the hell's going on. But you know what? I'm probably not alone. And I'm probably going to figure it out by sharing it with somebody, you know, whether that's a friend or just getting it out, you know. I think the point is, in this conversation with my family member who called me out, it was like, you know, sometimes you self-elect to go out of the fold when you're feeling certain. We all know when you just kind of check out, and you're welcome. You can get back in the fold, but you got to make the first move. And we'll welcome you back. Everything's coming back. That's my story and that's my situation, but maybe you can understand and you can relate a little bit to it. You can go back and fold on your own. That is the heavy topic right now. And I'm Bradley Richardson. And I am a highly talented but highly flawed man going through life just like y'all. And this is advanced adulting. And I invite you to join me on this. And share and keep watching, you know? We might not have it perfect, but we're working on it together. We'll see you.